let's talk about some quick facts, fast facts. If you look at the brokerage industry, that's the ones who are third-party logistics companies, they're over $100 billion of freight moves through them, far more than not even 150, maybe even close to 200 billion of freight goes through the broker's hands. In the United States, there are about 500,000, 550,000 motor carriers. These are trucking companies that move things. You have 25,000 freight brokers about. You have 4,000 interstate bus companies, and then you have millions of men and women that drive a truck every single day. And driving a truck is one of those common jobs in over 30 states. For high school educated men, driving a truck is the most common job in every single state. But we have watched over the last 20 or so years, the percentage of freight moving between a shipper and a direct motor carrier change. 20 years ago, maybe 5% of all freight moved through the hands of a third-party logistics company, a C.H. Robinson, ITS Logistics, or whoever else you can think of. But as time has changed, it's different. Now, 20, maybe 25, maybe even 30% of all freight moves through the hands of a third-party logistics company. And there's a reason this has happened. To chase after ever cheaper, ever faster, ever increasing capacity, it required the innovation and the growth of new organizations. You go back 45 years, there weren't brokers, buddy. It was a regulated industry. Everything was done through essentially unionized motor carriers and contracts that were governed explicitly by the federal government. Those days are behind us. And we've seen happen is brokers have taken a far larger role in the transportation logistics space. Broker liability is about when can a broker be held responsible for the injuries caused by a negligent motor carrier. So the example I'm going to give is an actual real life case, not the Montgomery case. We're going to talk about that in a moment. We're going to talk about one you've all read about very, very recently. This is a case of a company called Hope Train.